Hey,
I never thought you'd do it. I don't know what Gloria sees in you.
I am the happiest man in the world.
Isn't he sweet? Where were you married?
Elkton, Maryland.
We'll have our first anniversary in 5 minutes. We'll be married a whole hour.
And they said it wouldn't last, huh?
Man, it's so nice of you to take us in.
So many conventions in town, there wasn't even a broom closet available.
Our apartment should be ready in a few days. Your room is all ready. Let me show it to you.
Thank you.
And then we can get to work.
Work?
Well, didn't Joe tell you about our bill on the supersonic appropriation we're pushing through Congress?
Honey, it shouldn't take more than a couple of hours to finish up. Don't worry about it.
Well, maybe longer than that. Senator Bailey made some suggestions, Joe.
Again?
We can get in a few hours' work before dinner. You don't mind, do you, Gloria, huh?
No, not at all. I don't mind. Why should I? I mean, this is my wedding day. Happiest day of my life. I'm so happy. Sweetheart.
Be with you in a minute, baby.
Just a minute, Mr. Hastings. Raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America,
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America,
but my first allegiance is to Mrs. Hastings.
but my first allegiance is to Mrs. Hastings. Yeah?
May I speak to you a minute, please?
Make it go away.
Exactly what I had in mind.
Joe, I hate to bother you, but Senator Bailey just walked in.
At this hour?
Well, he saw the lights on, and he wants to see you.
You can tell the senator to go back the way he came in. I'm previously engaged.
He said it would only take a few minutes.
Sorry, buddy, but that's a few minutes I have no intention of spending with the senator.
I feel like a heel, Joe, but, well, it is the Morley Hastings bill.
Yeah. Morley Hastings bill. All right. For just a few minutes. I know. The senator obviously has no respect for the state of holy honeymoon.
Hurry back.
won't be more than a few minutes.
So swear.
So swear.
Good evening, Senator. Forgive my...
Oh, that's all right, Joe. I didn't mean to intrude, but I did want to tell you gentlemen personally what a wonderful job you've been doing.
Thanks.
20 years in politics, and I've never seen legislation drawn up so carefully, so adroitly.
Thank you, Senator.
However, there's one small little point I think you might want to re-examine. It's right here in Section 5.
Section 5. What's wrong with it, sir?
Well, it's just a change of words, really. It's the time element between the job estimates and the actual construction of the research center.
We've gone into the timing of the operation very carefully.
Yes, I know you have, but we've got to rush this thing right through. I've made a few small notes here. I think you'll find them self-explanatory. Well, gentlemen, go ahead and make the changes and send them over by messenger, huh? Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Senator.
Good night, Senator. Nuts to the Senator. I have a date with my wife. Can you finish without me?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Thanks a lot.
Well, his handwriting is murder. I say his handwriting is practically illegible.
Yeah, I know. Hieroglyphics. Good luck. Have
Well,
fun.
I can't even make this word out at all.
What word?
This word right here. Could that be estimates?
I don't know. Looks more to me like stimulates.
Huh? No, there's an E. See the E he's got up here?
Yeah, but
Stimulate. Stimulate wouldn't work in there at all.
see the curl here on the S.
Mr. Hastings, are you still working? It is 2:15.
Go ahead, Joe. I'll manage.
Thanks a lot.
Men.
Marvelous, aren't we?
Marvelous. Oh, Himmel, sometimes you make me so mad I could just...
You could what?
I'm so mad I cannot think of what it is.
Gloria? Baby? Sweetie, it's me, your husband. Aren't you going to open the door?
Honey, please open the door. Honey, please, before I wake up the entire house.
You already woke me up.
Me too. Why won't she let you in?
I think she must have locked the door accidentally, fellas.
You can't.
It locks from the inside.
Oh. I think then she must have misplaced the key.
There's no keyhole. Would you like Danny and me to get you in?
I'd appreciate that very much, thank you.
Okay.
Probably your wife is so wrapped up in sleep she just forgot she had a husband.
Gloria, I'm going.
Oh, good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Miss Holston. Are my young friends up and about?
Mr. Morley is up, but I don't know about Mr. Hastings. He slept on the living room couch last night.
Why would he do a fool thing like that?
Because his bride locked him out of the bedroom for staying up so late with Mr. Morley.
Well, that's a terrible way to treat a hard-working man.
Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Ken.
I made my own coffee.
Good for you.
Oh, good morning, Gloria.
Morning. Where is he?
My. Aren't the women cheery this morning?
Well, I guess you can't expect too much from any of them at this hour.
No, especially when they were up most of the night sobbing their poor little hearts out.
What time is it?
Time for you and me to have a talk.
Would you mind if I had a cup of coffee
Yes,
first?
I would.
I don't want to have a fight before coffee.
What can I do for you, Senator?
Glenn, that new draft you and Joe did for me last night is a gem. Positively amazing. Why, it's the best thing...
Okay, Senator, let's have it. It's an amazing job, but what?
Well, just a few minor things. You can clean them up by lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Now, you listen to me, Joe Hastings.
Perhaps we'd have a little more peace and quiet upstairs, sir.
May I speak to you for a moment, Miss Morley?
Well, of course. Go ahead on up, sir. I'll be there in a moment.
Right.
Well, aren't you going to do anything?
What?
That fight in there. It's all your fault.
What do you mean it's my fault?
For keeping Groom up all night.
I kept Groom up all night?
Yeah, you did.
We were working.
It's quite obvious that you're married to your work. Your career's the only thing you really care about.
That is
It'll always
silly.
come between us.
That's silly. It's just plain silly. And you're much too young to be using old cliches.
Oh, so now I'm too young for you. Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
Young
I'm
and
not
uninteresting.
saying
Not
that.
half as fascinating as that stupid supersonic bill.
That supersonic bill is not stupid. The entire program depends on it.
It's a good thing you're not married.
What has that got to do with anything?
Himmel, I feel sorry for your wife.
What wife?
Poor thing, all alone on her wedding night while you spend it filibustering. Oh, you would make awful husbands.
I would not.
Yeah, you would, just like Mr. Hastings.
I would make a wonderful husband.
And besides, I've always known deep down, you can't stand my mother.
What has your mother got to do with all this?
Oh, don't you try and fool me, Joe Hastings. You hate my mother.
I do not hate your mother. I have never met your mother. Your mother has lived in Paris for the last 15 years.
Terrible husband with nose always in his work. Oh, Himmel, I feel sorry for the one you asked.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah, she might make big mistake and say she will.
Well, at least that's one mistake you'll never be in danger of making, Miss Holstrom.
I'm glad to know that's the way you feel, Mr. Hastings.
You are the most unreasonable female I have ever met.
Oh, I am I?
Yes, you are. And when you decide to behave like a sensible, normal human being, you can reach me at the club.
Every time you get any kind of a candy,
The athletic club.
nonsense. I can't understand a word you're saying.
You can send me.
The club say that is a great idea. Hey, wait for me, Joe. Maybe I can get a little peace and quiet, too. And then you can send me my clothes.
Oh, you're lucky you're not married to Glenn.
Yeah, I know it.
Now you don't have to go to all the trouble of divorcing him.
I'm sorry, Senator Bailey. Mr. Morley does not live here anymore. He has moved to the athletic club.
Yes, and it's all your fault.
You're leaving?
I am.
Good. I would do same thing.
You want to hear something weird? It actually took me 3 years to get the big oaf to marry me. 3 years.
Well, how did you finally manage?
I think he got tired of saying no.
Well, where will you go now?
Any place except back to him.
Yeah, that would be foolish. And to do something foolish now would not be very wise.
Certainly not. After all, he walked out on me. I didn't walk out on him.
Right. I have an idea, Mrs. Hastings.
What?
Since you have decided not to do foolish thing and go to him, why not do wise things?
What's that?
Stay here and wait for him to come to you. I don't know why you cry. You're ahead $180,000.
He's never coming back. I know it.
Joe?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Morley? Oh, it's you, Stephen. Yeah, it's all right, but don't be late for supper. Goodbye. Young boys love to use the telephone.
It's too bad they lose their habit when they grow up.
Last night I was the workhorse. Tonight you're pulling the whole load, acting as if nothing had happened. How can you concentrate?
Simple. I've made peace with myself.
So what does that mean?
Well, it took me 38 years to make the wrong decision. I'm too set in my ways to be married.
You're resigning yourself to that fact?
That's logical. It's got to be a clean break between Gloria and me. There's no sense in prolonging it. If she called me on that phone and asked me to come back, I'd turn her down. Gloria? Just a minute.
Oh. Hello, Katy? Oh, Senator Bailey. Yes, sir. We're still working on it. No, everything's fine. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. You know something? I'm so sick of this bill, I'm going to vote against it.
Let's knock off. I think I'll go downstairs and get some steam.
Okay. I'll pick up the papers. We'll turn in early, huh? Telegram from Miss Holstrom.
Oh?
It's from one of your admirers.
Oh?
Me. Do you want me to sing it for you?
That won't be necessary. Dear Katy, I'm sorry 10 times.
And I am.
Oh, I'm the one with reason to be sorry. I intruded in your affairs, and I said things I had no right to.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
You left the house, Mr. Morley, because you were annoyed with me.
Annoyed? I was furious. But I came back. I didn't get very far. Katy?
Yeah?
Katy? May I come in?
Oh, of course. Would you like a cup of coffee, Mr. Morley?
No, thanks. You should have heard Joe talking about Gloria.
He loves her.
Of course. But he's very busy pretending to me that it's all been a mistake. I sure hope they patch things up.
Well, Mr. Morley, couldn't we hurry up the patching just a little?
What do you suggest?
Well, why don't we wake up Mrs. Hastings and take her down to the club to surprise her husband?
It's a deal.
Wunderbar. Oh, Mr. Morley, you probably would not make such a bad husband after all. Mrs. Hastings? Mrs. Hastings?
Who is it?
Katy.
What is it, Katy?
Get dressed.
Put on something nice. We're taking you to the club.
To the club? What for?
To get Joe.
Joe.
We want to bring him back.
You don't have to bring him back. He brought himself back.
Honey? What is it? What's wrong?
Nothing, dear.
What happened to the steam bath, old friend?
What happened to the newspapers, old friend?
No, go away.
Please.
Well, good night, Mr. Morley.
Good night, Katy.
daughter. You can't resist that gal. She's country style but city design. Got a smile that's sprinkled with sunshine. Look at the farmer's daughter. She'll perk up your morale. Her brand of charm is so disarming. Frowns turn upside down. Oh, Odette's too sweet. She's just what we've been needing. So glad the farmer's daughter came.